ready to try it out, man?
Yeah, I'll try it out.
I'll try it out.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Diversified Gentlemen. Today, let's talk about dressing for the occasion, dressing up, making sure that you look good. They say you don't judge a book by its cover, but that's not always necessarily true. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's up?
Good,
What's
man.
up?
I can tell you right now, man, I'm probably the worst fashion advice giving, fashion wearing, worst dressed person on the earth, man.
Bro, you don't think you can dress, man?
Oh no, man. I dress a lot for function, man. It ain't always stylish.
I feel you.
As a matter of fact, one of my favorite pair of pants is this black cargo. My wife called them my tactical pants, straight out of Walmart, and I love them things.
Cargo pants, man.
I love them.
You still wear parachute pants, Jason?
Jason still dressed like Diddy and shit, man.
You think I'm lying, man? I got a pair of Timbs that I bought back in 2000 that I still own right now. I wore them things like yesterday.
Hey, low key, I got a pair of Timbs from 03.
Yep.
Hey, you do dress like that uncle that just spent 20 years in prison.
I dress for a function and comfort, man. That's it, man.
So let's talk about that, because if that makes you more comfortable than wearing a button up and some tighted slim fit jeans, I think that's the way to go. If you're comfortable in your own skin, if that's your appearance, I think you should move that way. If you think that wearing basketball shorts and a tank top to a certain event is you feel out of place, we'll dress up so you can feel comfortable. So I think it is about being comfortable, because when you're comfortable, you're yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to worry about, damn, am I overdressed? Am I underdressed? It doesn't matter. I feel comfortable like this.
Yeah. So I got two things on that. So one, with Jason, you do dress up. Like when you dress up, you can't dress up. So let's not, you know what I mean?
Based on the occasion.
Yeah. You can dress. I think just when you're comfortable in like your regular leisure wear, it's your cargo pants. But shit, we just did a photo shoot. You had the vest with the button up with the slacks.
Right.
So, to say that you can't dress, I wouldn't say that you don't know how to dress. Right. I think you know how to dress when the occasion calls for it. And also, I remember, growing up and dressing a certain way, and then my fashion changing, I would say at like 25, 26, something like that. Yeah. I started going towards the more slim cut button ups and like fitted slacks, more fitted jeans. And I was uncomfortable at first, but now I'm comfortable in that. You know what I mean? Like I would feel uncomfortable wearing something baggy now versus, doing it 10 years ago.
I know what you mean. As a matter of fact, I did the same thing. I started lifting weights and I got a little figure on me.
There you go, right there.
You dress differently. You know what I mean? You want to dress to your strengths. When you get a couple of arms, your little shoulders, you want to kind of accentuate that. Not like show it off, but you feel more comfortable wearing form-fitting type clothing, So exactly. I feel you on that one.
Yeah, and I think your style matures, just like everything else. Right. Your taste in food it matures. It should be, because it's about growth. Where I'm pretty sure, at least for me, when I look back to like high school pics, I just cringe because it had to be 2X. It had to be 2X for me to fit. But that was just the culture. Then that was the style. But when you're 17 and 18, that is acceptable. When you're 26, 27, not so much. And when you hit your 30s, you should be at different stages in your life when it comes to, now you more than likely are married, you have kids, you got a career. You can't carry yourself, or you shouldn't be carrying yourself as you're still in high school. So just like with everything, you get more information, more experiences, and you evolve, you mature.
And you got to recognize what to wear and when too. You got to understand now, if you become a man, you got to understand what's appropriate for wear. You can't just wear, that's what I'm wearing. Like, no, you got to understand the situation. You know what I mean? If you're going to an event, office event with, dinner or something like that, you're not going to wear basketball shorts and some J's. You know what I mean? You got to dress for the occasion also. Doesn't mean you got to have all the name. We'll talk about that too, about the name brand and the designer stuff, but you got to be able to know what's appropriate. You know what I mean? You can wear a button up. It ain't got to be Gucci, but you got to know when it's appropriate to wear a button up in certain occasions.
And also knowing what looks good for your body type, right? Because the gym isn't for everybody. Everyone's not going to work out. Everyone's not going to eat, right? So your body is going to look accordingly, right? But also in that, you have to understand what you look like in certain fabrics, certain cuts, especially when it comes to suits, right? And I always bring up like the Steve Harvey, even Michael Jordan suits.
On the 90s, super baggy.
Super baggy, man.
Yeah.
And that's because you're a bigger man in stature. Doesn't mean that you have to wear baggy suits, right?
But still, that was, you talking about the 90s when Jordan had
Well,
that.
no,
So that was,
yeah.
that was the style.
Jordan still dresses like that today.
Well, so here's the thing though, like Jordan was doing that in his prime, and Jordan kind of bought those suits out, you know what I'm saying? And he kind of, when, you know, Kobe and them start wearing suits because of Jordan, right? So, you know, you in your 30s and 40s and the styles change, you're like, I'm not wearing no tight suit up to 55.
Yeah.
I've been wearing this for the last 30 years. So yeah, it's kind of hard to, you know, teach old dogs new tricks. And then it's just, you know, we just look at it like the Jordan suit, you know, and the Jordan jeans with the cuffs this wide, you know, the leg, pants leg that wide. That's just him. Just like we have uncles that never got out the 80s and 90s. So, you know, at a certain point, we're gonna get there too. Because just like the slim fit, 10 years from now, something's gonna flip, and we're gonna be in our 40s looking like, no, that I can't get into that.
I feel you on that, but I think when it comes to that apparel where you're dressing up, let's just say slacks, button up, a suit. Yeah. There are certain cuts and certain looks I don't think that will ever change. Right? Because
like the classic timeless.
The timeless looks are that. They're timeless. You go back and you look at, you know, pictures from the 30s, 20s and 30s, right? That look can still be worn today. You just kind of flip it a little bit. Well, and it's slick. It's a good look. So I think, yes, you're right. 40 years from now, I guarantee it's going to be a crazy look. But go ahead. Yeah,
and another simple look, super classic, timeless look, is jeans and a plain white shirt or a plain black shirt.
Yep.
And some plain black shoes, plain white shoes. Like
I call it the James Dean look.
You know, 30s, 40s, 50s, and now, if you do it right, you know what I mean?
It looks amazing.
Yeah, but think about this though. We look at old stuff back in the day, old pictures. And no matter what culture you came from back in the day, people wore suits a lot for everything. You didn't leave a house without a suit and tie. It wasn't like, you know, like a formal suit, but it was like an everyday suit you wear. You had a hat, suit, jacket. You didn't leave the house like that. That was just like a normal thing.
Yeah, they started that started. I think that rebellious stage started coming in the 50s, right? Because if you think about it, you were wearing suits, you know, every day. And then, well, I would say late 50s, early 60s. Because when did the white tee and the denims, like, when did that become popular? Like the 60s, right?
No, 50s.
It was late 50s, early 60s. Something around that time. So I think around that time is when that rebellious, like, I'm not going to wear a suit. I'm just going to, you know what I mean? Come out with the white tee and the denim pants. And so it started to, from what I, you know, saw or have seen, is that change started happening around that time. And there are certain looks that just, it's timeless, and you can do it.
But let's be real too, though. Certain looks that people can't pull off because of financials. Think about it. There's certain things people can't buy because they don't have the money for it. You know what I mean? Because that influences fashion also. If I can't afford a suit, tie, hat, you know, am I going to buy that? No, I can afford a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. I wonder how that has something to play with it.
I think it's debatable, man. And the reason I say that is there's a guy I follow on IG. He's a teacher, and he gets all of his suits from like Goodwill, you know, and he'll go to Goodwill, you know, do some rack shopping, and he gets it tailored, and he'll tell you, I spent, you know, $10 on this suit jacket, $7 on these pants. I got him tailored, and his looks are amazing. Like, I mean, he looks damn good in his suit.
Really?
So yeah, you can do it.
And now you can get really nice designerish, like very quality cuts from places like Zara and Express, and even like JT Crew or whatever, which JW Crew, which one?
Yeah, JW.
Yeah, Forever 21. Like you can get some J Crew. Yeah, so you can get some nice stuff. But you know, I think Zara and Express have suits that's very reasonable. That's, you know, nice form fitting. That, you know, you really just need one. Just get a classic black or get a, you know, navy blue. Just get one, and when you need to, you know, dust it off, pull it out. But you know, going back to what you were saying back in the day, my grandfather is 94, and his closet has probably 20 to 30 suits.
Right.
There's suits on suits on suits, because, you know, when you go to church, especially when you went to church, and, you know, that's very heavy in our culture. Every Sunday you wore a suit. And you can't wear the suit. So he had a rotation that probably wore one suit twice a year. You know what I mean? So he had a nice rotation. But you know, tons of suits, tons of ties, tons of tie clips. You know, they took that presentation to the most high. And I think, especially in our culture, the Black culture, where you are, you know, you're kind of so suppressed and kind of beat down by society. One thing they can't take from you is your style and fashion. So when I go out, I'm gonna do it up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do it up. So what is your take on some of the gentlemen now in the entertainment that kind of pushes the limit, like the great Cam Newton, D Wade, Russell Westbrook, and even LeBron? I remember when they lost the I remember when they had, like, he had the shorts and the purse, and then when he asked something, like, the reporter made him mad, and he was like, "No, I'm out of here." And he picked up his purse and he raised his head. He's like, "I'm out of here." Yeah, man, that was hilarious. But I see what they're trying to do. I remember about 10 years ago when Kanye West came out, when he switched over to Adidas, and he just had the shirts with all the holes in it. You know, that grunge look, like a homeless. Like, yeah, like, what is he doing? And it took maybe 2 or 3 years for it to catch on. Yeah. And he basically changed fashion, because everyone's doing it. Everyone's got that, everyone's got the holes in their jeans. Everyone's got the distressed shirt. And he was the first one to bring it, like, you know, the 80s grunge look back. So sometimes it does take, like, when I see Cam in the post-games interview, some of it I'm like, oh my God. But some of it, like, okay, I see what you're doing. I actually see what you're doing. What do you guys think about certain people continue to push the boundaries of fashion?
I'm not, maybe I'm the wrong guy to talk about this, because I think it's stupid. Let me tell you why I think it's stupid. People have this, I do, man. People have this, I don't know where it's coming from, this incessant appetite to just look so different. It would be so unique that they do these things that we call fashion, but it's just looking unique. You know, if I'm wearing, you know, everybody's wearing jeans, I'm gonna wear pink jeans with a yellow stripe on them. I'm gonna wear a bow in my head, and I'm gonna wear a skirt on top of that, because it's fashion. Because it's this big thing that look unique, and I get that. People want to be unique, want to be individuals, but at what cost? Looking like clowns. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys look like clowns when people don't want to admit it. They do. I mean, because they're celebrities, we let it go. But if Joe Schmo, one of us, walk down the street looking like this, people look at us like we're clowns. But because they're celebrities, because they have a certain level of notoriety, we look at it like, oh, they're fashion forward. They're making a statement. They're doing this. I think it's a clown show. Simple as that.
Yeah. Certain looks I probably would never try. But then there are others where I'm like, okay, that's kind of clean. One in particular, and this is just minuscule, but you know, back in school when, you know, you would have pants and they would be a little bit too high, right? And be like, damn, man, what you waiting for, a flood?
Pull your shoes up.
Yeah, pull your shoes up, bruh. Now you see guys rocking jeans, not just dress pants, but like jeans like that. That is, they're not so much capris, right? Because capris come to like your calf, but
they're like a little bit above the ankle bone now.
A little bit above the ankle bone. That look is clean to me.
That's all right. Yeah, I dig that.
I don't know.
That's more of like a taper. This a
taper look. Yeah. It's like no hem, not the hem. It's the what's the cuff at the bottom of the, I'm drawing a blank. But either way, but you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That look is clean to me. Now, some of the stuff that Cam has worn, and I'm gonna just bring Cam up because he is like the most like eccentric
Clownish,
one.
not eccentric.
Some of it is dope, and the others I'm like, it's a little bit too far left for me. Same for Westbrook. You know who does it right? Brandon Marshall. His looks, some of them are like a little eccentric, but for the most part, man, I'm like, yo, his style is kind of dope, bro. I mean, some things I like, and others I don't. Like, I'm like, that shit is not cool at all.
But think about it this way, though. They're in different kind of circles, different kind of environments. Take Cam Newton's outfits. Would you wear that?
No.
You wouldn't wear it?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, and he can wear that stuff. Now, even Brandon Marshall, his outfits, I would never wear if he gave them to me. It's not conducive to our lifestyle, who we are. They do it. They gotta make a statement because who they are, how they look. That's how they make money.
They're entertainers. At the end of the day, they're entertainers.
Exactly. I'm glad you said that. They're entertaining people. That's what they are. They're jesters. They're out there entertaining. I call it shucking and jiving. So they got to do that. So they got to look like that to get people to notice them.
Yeah.
I don't know, because when D Wade spoke, they asked him, like, when he was on the I Am Athlete pod, it was like, so what's up with the pink hair and painting your nails? And he basically said, when I got done with basketball, when you're playing sports, you can express yourself by different moves, what I'm saying, different passes, different dunks, you can get creative. And he's just like, I had just so much creativity in me, so much expression. And it's like, I just need to get it out. Like, let me dye my hair pink. Let me paint my nails black. And though I've never had that super, creative bone in me, when he explained that, I could see that, that's just like a little kid taking a marker and painting, all over the wall. That's just like, and I think when we say, but you a grown man, and go a little deeper, you a black man, right? That doesn't change. You're still trying stuff out. And as a kid, you taught to express yourself, right? I'm pretty sure you got kids, some of the stuff they wear to school, you like, you sure you want to wear the underwear outside your pants?
Like a superhero?
Yeah, you sure you want to wear the scarf as the belt? They're like, So, and I think when we get older, we kind of, society suppress, like, nah, man, you too old for that. But I can see getting to a certain level. I can see getting enough money where no matter if you're judged, you're good. Because I think a lot of stuff too is, you got to stay in a certain lane and kind of stay safe because that image, and you got a job and an employer where you're not trying to look crazy and you're trying to get a job after that. So I understand it. I understand them doing it, may not understand the looks, and they even say, yeah, that look didn't work. But just like the great Kanye, he got a look, and it took a while for it to spread to the masses.
Kanye.
I thinking about Cam and what Cam wears. Man, it's very expressive. I think you're kind of seeing that now with the rule change. I know, Jason, you've been out for a while, but shit's changed in the military. You can do certain things now that you couldn't do while you were in. For instance, I seen this cat at the hospital, black dude, a little bit lighter than me, dyed his hair blonde. It was like, not blonde, but that shit was dyed. And it was weird to see. But I think if you just give people a little bit of leeway and they're used to doing things a certain way, they're probably going to go against the mold. You know what I mean? They're going to go against the grain and just try something new. And I personally I
don't see anything wrong with it, though.
I don't see, no, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I just there are certain things that I wouldn't do.
Yeah, I got you. But Dennis Rodman back in the day, he was, on the next level, and he was. But if you put Dennis Rodman in today's society, he blends right in,
like it's
no more. Yeah. So he was another guy ahead of his time. So it is what it is. I think it's just going to continue to progress and progress.
Yeah.
So let me ask you guys this: what trend nowadays, style wise, would you try, and one that you would not try? Like, like people are trying to bring back the 90s, right? They're trying to bring that 90s style. Some guys where they literally dress up women's clothes a little bit.
Bro, I'm glad I was about to get into that, man. It says absolutely not. Anything dealing with a woman like a woman, look like a woman, or even hinting that a woman wears it and I'm wearing it as a man, absolutely not. Not doing it. Because I'm just why I think it's more nefarious than what we think it is. We're already seen as very masculine, and we're scared. You know what I mean? Because it's how Black men are looked at. So, but that's a powerful thing, that we are seen as more masculine, maybe more aggressive. But if you feminize a male by making him wear, not making him wear, but influencing him to wear things that are more feminine, things that are more soft, things that are seen that way, you take away that strength that we have and how we look and how we carry ourselves, how we look. And I see it as it's getting worse. It's like we are embracing Black men, let's say men in general, looking feminine. And we say if we look too masculine, that's a negative thing. That's a problem. I think it's, what is this? If it's made for women, let women wear it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't need to feminize or make men softer. I'm not saying this in a way that's like, man got to be a man and you got to, we got to be gruff all the time and we got to be tough. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I don't like the feminizing of a man and wearing those little things that make you look feminine. Wearing a skirt, a purse, fishnets, the stuff that are literally clearly maintained for a woman, they put them on men now. I got 100% problem with that. That's, to me, that's much deeper than just a fashion thing.
Would you? I think, because you said the fishnet thing, and in the 80s, that was a thing, bro. Like
for men to wear fishnets,
bro. Yeah,
fishnet?
Bro, go back and look at damn videos from the 80s, bro.
From like rock and rollers.
Black men were wearing fishnets back in the 80s, bro.
I'm gonna have to Google
like
this
shirts, fishnet shirts, like I'm bad video.
Yeah, I mean, just like in the bad video.
I got you. I see what you're
Cass
saying.
was wearing stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's
how'd you view it then?
Them were New York cats, though.
Yeah, they were. We need Jason back on the pod, bro.
Right. Yo, saying no, like, you know what I mean?
Yo,
fishnets all day, fishnets and fish sticks.
but you gotta think. I mean, certain styles are like just being recycled back into rotation. Like the 80s, the grunge look, the 90s is kind of coming back. Kanye brought the homeless looks. I mean, some of his clothes, they look like just homeless wear, and they go for thousands of dollars online. So
straight fire.
Hey, yeah, in your brain, it's straight fire. I just feel certain things are debatable. Now, when you're bringing in skirts and stuff like that, that's a different story. But
would you wear a skirt?
Hell no.
And why not?
No. I wouldn't feel comfortable in
I
would. Huh?
It's fashion though, man. We should be dressing like everybody else, man. We should wear skirts.
If you feel comfortable in it, why not?
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
Yeah. Bro, I'm not doing it, man. It's just certain looks I'm not trying to do, man. I'm not trying to do. Granted, some people dress a certain way based on their sexuality. Perfectly fine. I'm talking about heterosexual males.
I don't think that's fair, though. I don't think
it's fair either. I don't think that even matters.
You don't think that matters?
No, I don't think your sexual orientation matters at all. I think I don't care if you were a gay man, if you were a straight man, you're a man. You're a man. It should in between.
I mean, I got you.
I'm gonna get to
you are a boy, Damon.
A lot of people ain't gonna like that. A lot of people ain't gonna like what I'm saying. I get that, but there's a distinction. There is a distinction, man. You're trying to creates confusion to people, confusion to society. That's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
I get it.
what do you want to say?
Oh no, go ahead, Reese.
No, I was going to say, so what do you want to leave the people with when it comes to just, fashion and men's fashion? Like, what tips do you want, our audience to take away?
I would say if you want to switch a style and you feel uncomfortable at first, try it out, see if you like it. Like I said earlier, going to more form-fitting stuff. Honestly, it was the gym that did it for me, but going into more form-fitted clothes, I was very uncomfortable. But now, 10 years later, I am very comfortable in it. So, and I like the style that I have. So if you want to try something new, try it. You never know what that could evolve into.
Yeah, what I have is that don't let anybody dictate what you wear. Like on here, we share a lot of opinions, some things that I don't like, some things that Reese and Hakeem don't like. Who cares what we say? You know what I mean? This is individuals' opinions on there. If you feel comfortable with what you want to wear, you go ahead and wear that. But with the understanding that people may not like what you wear. That's some decisions you have to make. So if you want to be a man, you want to wear a fishnet and skirt, to understand, you got to embrace that. You know what I mean? Be who you are. Don't be afraid to do that. But understand that society's gonna have an opinion. People have an opinion about me. I dress, pretty basic. But you gotta be comfortable in your skin and what you're wearing and think about what it represents. Because what you wear is a uniform. If I'm a military, I wear a uniform. If I work in a certain place, I wear a uniform. What you wear is a uniform is gonna tell the world that their first information about you and who you are as a person. So depending on how you dress, depends on how you want that person to see you on first inclination. So you gotta think about that when you're dressing.
And I'll leave everyone with the, quote from the great Deion Sanders.
Must be the money.
No. When you dress good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good. And when you do good, they pay good. So whatever that makes you comfortable, I think you will get the most out of yourself. And when you get the most out of yourself, great things happen to you, financially, spiritually, mentally. So whatever you feel comfortable with. So I'll leave the people with that.
Yeah.
All right. With that, thank you very much for joining us this week, listening to us. Make sure you like, subscribe, and let us know how you feel about it. We'll see you next week. We appreciate you. Thanks for coming through. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content. Also, ensure that you like us on IG. And also, you can listen to the audio version on all streaming formats like Apple and Spotify.